not. My last live was not working, so started again. Is the live visible to anybody? Because I see it as scheduled. Yeah, I think it has started now. Hopefully. Am I audible? Let me just check. So we are using the start arrow as everyone voted for that one. And we're going to look into what the collective is ending as in a cycle that the collective is ending. That's taking into accommodation the current energies and especially the eclipse. So I'm not specifically just focusing on the eclipse energy, but whatever is a cycle that's ending for us now because of the energies we are experiencing in general as well. So I'm going to ring the singing bowl. All right. Let's look at what the general current energy is of the collective. One card has flipped over, but I'm not taking. Wow, wait, that's the Nine of Swords. But anyway, let's see. One. All right. So we have Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, and we have Knight of Pentacles. This Knight of Pentacles somehow always reminds me of shamanic energy or shamanic journey. So maybe it resonates with a few of you, this shamanic energy. Maybe some of you are shamanic healers, you've done shamanic journeying. But yeah, now let's look at the bottom deck energy, which is Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. So Ace of Pentacles, Lovers, and Knight of Pentacles. With these energies being show as wow, with these energies coming up or showing up as the energy of the collective in general, what I'm perceiving with the Ace of Pentacles is a lot of us have planted a new seed in the recent past. So this could be in the last few months or maybe in the last year or so. And with the Lovers card being the one in the middle, it's about, I perceive that if we have as a collective, reached a stage where we have to make a choice that's aligned to our highest purpose, to what, our archangels, our spirit guides, or what source, what our deities, whoever we believe in, are guiding us towards as well. So it's an alignment of what we genuinely truly want and what is also aligned with the divine plan. So, with the Lovers card showing up in the general energies right now, it's definitely about sorry, it's definitely about what path are we going to take forward on this, around this seed that we have planted, around what is it that we want to cultivate, what do we want to bring into fruition, what kind of, this is time and again reminding me of a tree that has blossomed and it's bearing fruits, it's bearing flowers as well. So there is this transitional energy is what I'm perceiving, especially with the butterfly also here. The transformation energy is quite strongly present. And right now, this is a stage where we have to choose one path or the other. And we've been with the Knight of Pentacles very slow or steady and quite calculative about it as well, thinking multiple things and planning out how to go about this. So that shamanic energy also makes a lot of sense, I perceive, because there's a lot of transmutation in terms of going deep within and clarifying to ourselves what is it that we really want to choose moving forward, because this is definitely aligned with our wish fulfillment. Beneath that we have the Knight of Wands and also the Star card. So I wonder if, this hasty energy is something that we have. For some of us, I do perceive that if we have healed in ourselves, so that we are able to actualize this Nine of Cups energy in a more calm and composed manner rather than, fretting about if this will actualize or not. There's more smoothness in our energy. There's more of a smoother flow in our energy in terms of actualizing these things. So this is, I would say, a lesson that we have learned, or we have learned how to use the Knight of Wands in our best capacities, into our best capacities in the recent times, and not letting the fire burn, or destroy things that actually need nurturing. So that's a wonderful energy here. And with the Knight of Pentacles, I do perceive that there is some limitation in terms of that this shielding energy is what I'm, time and again being focused on. So I perceive our experiences might have made us a little too scared of the future, too scared of actualizing what we would like to have, because the shield here seems so strong and it's multi-layered, is that's how I'm perceiving. So that could be because of the multiple lessons we've had and multiple layers of fears and doubts, rather than something that's invigorating or life-giving. That's, so our shielding right now is coming from a place of lack and fear rather than something that's invigorating. So that is why maybe making this choice has been a tough decision or point of conversation within ourselves right now. I would like to take one more card for the Lovers one. Clarifying the Lovers card. Wow, Two of Swords. Yeah, decision making, choice making. That is what has been, and we have Hermit at the bottom of the deck. So that's definitely something about a choice that we have to make right now, and we are refraining ourselves from looking at what is, see, reflections, right? So reflection in terms of shadow as well. What is within us, what is there in our deeper consciousness that we are not wanting to look at, which is probably restricting us from moving forward on this seed that we have planted, on this journey that we are wanting to move forward on. And my attention is going towards both of these swords being of totally different kinds. So this, is reminding me of basically not a knife or a sword, but more so like a screwdriver that's piercing in nature. So yeah, there's some truth that is, I would say, as a collective and as individuals, we are actually aware of this, but it's so shattering in terms of what we have probably created as a belief system in ourselves, that it is too painful to look at this. And that's why we are restricting ourselves from looking at what this truth is that actually needs to come to light, and it will actually set us free as well. It will be a divine truth. So a divine truth many times might not be the most comfortable one, but it is definitely a truth that will set us free. It makes us feel so liberated and really light as this dove here, even though I do understand that the dove is representing spirit or source energy, but yet feeling that light, that pure and at ease, that's going to happen the more we let ourselves, maybe even in small increments, the more we let ourselves be in awareness of how this truth genuinely exists in our lives. And then we can take that step forward towards whatever journey we have started here with the Ace of Pentacles. So, okay, now I am going to look at what is the general energy of this cycle that we are ending here. I'm going to use the White Light Oracle for this. Let me just place these cards here. So I'm going to pull only 2 cards, and we will go into the specifics as well. Alright, let me just check the imagery first. Yeah, it's all good. So we have Yeshe Sogel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but we have this with number 33. And then we have Alpha of Alcyone or Alcyone with number 24. So 6 is a very important number here. We have lovers also is 6, right? So of course I'm not too well versed with astrology at all, but 6 is the number of Venus. So I wonder if Venus placements in our chart, our Venus placement right now could be of significant importance in moving forward right now. Okay, so let me just tap into this energy for a minute and look at what is the cycle that we are ending, a general energy around this. Honestly, the first thing that's coming through is the Strength card, although the Strength card has a lion, and this looks like a tiger, yeah, but it does have that lion-like mane, so I wonder if it's a combination of those things. But yeah, it's reminding me of the Strength card. I feel like the cycle that we are, the general energy around the cycle that we are coming towards a close of is integrating our anger, or not just our anger, I would say, but our fierceness into our whole being, in a way that we are also not intimidated by our own fierceness, yet we are able to express it with grace and create waves of change in our own lives and probably inspire change in others as well. There's definitely an amalgamation of fierceness and grace is what I'm perceiving here. So could be that some of us, or probably the entire collective, has been working through a lot of anger issues, or actually digging deep into where is this anger coming from, what is the root cause of this, deep seated anger that we have within us. So that's essentially shadow work, and recognizing where did we not, fight for ourselves, where did we fight, or I would say, where did we hurt people that actually did not wound us, because we were reacting from a wounded place. Now I perceive like all of these swirls, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost again 6. So 6 is an important number. So I do perceive this is definitely around relationships. How do we relate with others, in terms of how do we express our needs and desires to other people, essentially. And I feel like all of these experiences, and 24 is reminding me of this year 2024 as well. Anyway, so what this is reminding me of is that in the recent times we have experienced this, contrast rather, or an unwanted situation of not feeling seen enough in a much more louder way, and that is being actualized, that learning is now being actualized, that learning is coming to an end, where we are becoming much more grounded and firm in expressing our truth, in expressing what we require and expressing what we do not require in connections, or probably in any endeavor or a project, or whatever kind of a situation it is, where there's another person apart from you and you need to express what your non-negotiables are, what works with you, what doesn't fly with you, what flies with you. And this is now coming from a much more balanced and a graceful place, is what I'm receiving. Because with this energy, what I'm perceiving is that it must have been much more aggressive and from a wounded place earlier on. And that is in general the cycle that's ending for the collective. Now I'm going to look at even more details here. I feel like there is a reboot in memory, in terms of like how we looked at our past memories, and if we felt powerless, that's definitely changing. That energy is shifting, where we felt like we couldn't be our own selves or advocate for our needs, and our vision, not vision, but our perspective about our past self, our past connections, that's definitely changing. So just give me a moment, guys. I'm only going to check if the live is working or not, because the net is fluctuating a bit. All right, so I'm back. We have Four of Wands, the Wheel, Fortune, fixed sign energies, and Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Definitely, our idea of what home is entirely shifting. That we're literally talking about a cycle ending, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. It is a cycle that goes up and down, right? Our idea of what not just family or home, but the challenges that we had been facing, now they are flourishing into deeply valuable lessons. And for some of us with the Nine of Pentacles, there's definitely a shift in finances that's happening because of these changes. And look at that, we have this looks like a tiger again. Isn't it a tiger? It's a black cat. But look at the fierceness here, and even though it's Nine of Pentacles, it's a card that's similar to that strength energy for sure. Again, like that's how I am perceiving it. So definitely this patience game and also having grace with our shadows is what is coming. Like that's a lesson we have learned, and the cycle that's ending is not letting our shadow take control of us. Definitely, in terms of the wounds we've had in our childhood or in our connections with others where we might not have felt that we fit with them, I feel like there's a strong energy about not feeling strong enough because we have the bear here. So not being abundant enough in terms of strength to handle the challenges. I feel like if that was a projection sent towards us or some belief that we imbibed, and we have the Six of Swords again, that six energy moving towards karma waters for sure, and devil right beneath that. We are moving away from this attachment to this identity that we had of wanting to struggle time and again, or because wanting to struggle, I'm not saying that it was conscious, but that was what was familiar to us. So we gave into that cycle of repeatedly betraying ourselves in some way, shape, or form, because we thought that we can only bring abundance if we are in alignment with the foundation set by somebody else in our family. But that cycle is definitely now ending. Your patience has definitely paid off, played out. It has probably played out also, and it has been probably in a place where you feel exhausted and you're tired, but this is the cycle that's ending. You're no longer dependent on, in terms of what specifically what actions we take and what is our identity in terms of, are we aligning with our family values or not. And I'm not saying all family values are, unhelpful or destructive in nature, but the ones that we were attached to was certainly not helping us grow, especially financially and in the physical reality. But now we are moving forward, very stubborn energy and very clear energy. I'm getting reminded of the Taurus, zodiac sign here quite strongly. So stubborn, clear, and I feel like it's also improving our physical health in some way, shape, or form, the cycle that's ending. But it's definitely, like I was mentioning with the Lovers card as well, that soothing, smooth, soft, peaceful energy is coming in. We are moving towards a time where we are at peace with our shadow self, especially that shadow aspect of ourselves where we felt, or where it got activated when we felt powerless. Now we know how to work with it. Now we know how to work with that shadow aspect of ourselves, wherein we can use it to create greater for ourselves and for the world at large, just by being ourselves. I'm going to take out a few more cards for some specifics. We have Chariot at the bottom of the deck. Bottom deck energy is Seven of Swords. Yep, self-sabotage in a way. Or not just self-sabotage, I would definitely say it's, these wounds that we have we had rather imbibed and solidified within us because of the betrayal that we may have experienced, or lies and jealousy that we may have experienced. We have Seven of Pentacles, Seven energies here again, King of Pentacles, and we have the Moon. Wow. The specific detail that's coming through here is around the cycle. I feel like it's, deceit and lies or cheating that we may have experienced in terms of a masculine energy, because we definitely, watered those roots, watered the plant to for it to grow in a luscious, abundant manner. But it seems like this masculine energy, this could be anybody, it could be I am not specific, it could be actually romantic based energy as well, or romance based energy. But what I'm receiving more is our connection with this masculine energy, which I do feel did show up in the recent collective reading as well. So the cycle around where we are watering an energy that is a distorted masculine energy, in terms of it is, focused on other things and not nurturing towards you. It's not reciprocating that energy, where the connection is not symbiotic in nature, where both people are gaining from each other in a, I mean, even if it's, I am not trying to use the word gaining in, you know a bad light essentially, but more so nurturing each other, taking care of each other. So wherever that was not happening, now that deep subconscious wound has been, looked at, and it's now becoming our strength. So we are understanding that, and we are able, like I was saying, in the general energy of the cycle that's ending as well, we are now able to tame that tame no tame the anger within us and embrace it and make it our strength to advocate for our needs. That's what we are able to advocate for our needs now. We do not require somebody else to make us feel safer and at ease. This is not to deny that masculine energy is not required, or the value of masculine energy, but watering plants or watering seeds that would not, you know contribute to our own lives or create something greater for us. The moon energy is again very strong here. So intuitively, I perceive that as the collective, we did know this energy was not serving us, but we were more fixated on what was happening in the physical reality, how the other person was responding, rather than actually tuning into our intuition. And that is what is showing up here. We are now at our reception of our intuition has multiplied manyfold. And I feel like that's being indicated here with this moon having just these 3 to 4 stars showing up, that's sparkling. But within the moon card, we have so many other stars showing up, and it's a clearer night, right? So we are able to look into our subconscious and into our beliefs that were not serving us quite clearly. Now it's not foggy, or it is not, unclear, or even like a cesspool of a lot of beliefs that was not helping us, or that were not helping us. It's not clouded with that. It's not a murky water, it's clear waters now. Our connection with our subconscious has increased manyfold. That is what is coming in with this new cycle. And now I'm going to look at some extra cards here as to an advice around this energy. Any advice about the cycle that's ending for all of us? There's definitely a heightened awareness of our psychic powers, and a not heightened, but an increase in receiving our own intuition, much more clarity in receiving messages from our higher self, from our subconscious, and actually working with it in a way that is conducive for us, that creates greater for us. So What is the advice or we have messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. And we have a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Okay, sorry. All right. I might read the activation message for these two cards from the Oracle, the Void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. That's what I was saying. We are, and it actually is so in alignment with the lunar eclipse that's coming through. So we are in a transitional phase in the space of the unknown, but we are definitely moving towards a new earth. So keep holding on to your vision, keep holding on to this spark of hope within you, where you know what you require, what kind of energies you want to feel in your life, what kind of emotional ease and satisfaction you want to feel in your relationships is very much possible. Messenger, serious energy, bringing home harmony and balance. Like I said, again, this balance in energy in terms of, getting acquainted with our shadow and bringing it to light in the form of our own strength. And I to perceive with this energy being shown, at the bottom of the throat here, there's a clear activation of our throat chakra, a clearer activation of our communication capacities in terms of not just speaking but also listening to what's being given to us, or what's being, not thrown but sent towards sent in our direction, sorry, in a much more clearer form. So let me just look at the Starseed activation messages here. So this is messenger, right? All right. Okay. Here we have the messenger. I'm going to read just this paragraph first because it caught my eye. A rebalancing of the masculine and feminine is occurring worldwide. It's a resurgence of the sacred within us all, a returning of the sacred union within, a rekindling of heaven and earth. You can begin to bring harmony and balance by creating it in your own life. The ripples will flow from there. You can honor and balance the sacred masculine and feminine energies within yourself and others. So the Starseed Soul Enquiry. So this is a question you can ask yourself and journal. How are you being called to bring harmony to your life or the planet? How are you being called to honor the sacred masculine and feminine energy within you? Now I am going to read for a new earth. So I'm going to read this paragraph again. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never is. You are being encouraged to remember that what you've been working toward for so long is almost here. Don't question yourself now, don't waver. Dig your devotion deep. For if you do, in the not too distant future, you will be able to sit back excuse me, and watch all that you have so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You are closer than you think. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you keep holding the vision? Wow. So how can you keep holding the vision, or how can you keep, feeding energy towards this new earth, this new vision, by not letting go of the seed that we were talking about in the beginning, the seed that you have planted, by not letting go of the dream that you've had in your heart, that you know is possible in your hearts of hearts, in your highest soul energy, in your highest self energy. You know that this is possible. Of course, the journey has been tough, but you are at a place where you keep holding on to the vision. There are calmer waters here that are going to present themselves to you. There is a new world that is just at the precipice of you still holding on to the vision and soothing yourself to this knowing that if you've if you have asked, it will be given for the highest good of all. So guys, that's all that I have for you. It was a long one, and anyone who's joining in now or listening to it later, I would suggest to watch the reading at sped up tempo or speed rather. And yeah, I hope you guys found something helpful in this in some way, shape or form. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you guys in the next reading. Bye bye.